Hey everybody, I'm back. My last video was actually too long. I guess I ranted too long on it. It got didn't get canceled, but it got stopped automatically by my phone storage, and then when I tried to upload it, it actually cut it into two videos. So, well, it didn't. I had to, because the whole thing was like 18 minutes long, so I had to cut it in half. But I don't know. I hope it didn't come across too weird. Um, yeah. So, kind of picking up where I was talking from last time. Uh, Everything's kind of messed up right now in the world, but you know, you can't change how everything is gonna happen. You gotta change. You gotta work on what you can do, what you can control, and I think so. It begins with you. It begins with what you can do. Not to quote Michael Jackson or anything, but it's like it starts with the man in the mirror. It starts uh, with yourself. You got to live by example, and I feel like as a Christian now, that's getting to be more and more true. You have to live your life to show as an example for people, to show them you know the right way to do it, not to force it on them, but to show them that this is a happy way to live. This is the way that we were intended to live, you know? And I think people are going to end up hating us for it eventually. Man, my hair is just out of control. Look at this. I think people are going to end up hating us for it eventually. I think, ultimately what's going to happen is, they're going to blame us, say that we're judging them, or that we have hate in our heart or something, because we don't accept the things that they're doing is right. We don't think that what they're doing is okay. And yeah, we'll probably get you know blamed for things. It's just what will happen. It's happened before. It'll happen again. And but I think it's important to, no matter what, stick to the values that you hold true. Family values, the you know what you know to be right from reading the Bible, what you know to be right in your own heart, what you know is the right way to do things. Like, let me see if I can give some examples. Like, even nowadays, it's getting weird. It's getting to the point where, like, people, men in particular, are like afraid to help uh, women, because then they could be like getting in trouble, saying that they were part of the person attacking them. When like there's stories out there about guys ignoring a woman's cries for help, even though she was being attacked, because they were afraid of being labeled as, like, someone who was trying to attack her too. They didn't want to get involved. These stories about people who are getting involved, getting charged with things and going to jail, or getting in trouble. It's like, of course, and all this stuff with Mig MGTOW and stuff. These guys that just say, I'm not dealing with women at all, and that they can't, they don't want to deal with any of, like, the possibilities of being, like, you know a rapist, or something like that, like getting accused of it if they try to make a move, or it's just too risky. You know what I mean? Uh, that's what they feel like. They feel like getting involved with a woman is just going to be trouble, because they either want to, marry you and divorce you for half your money, or they want to, take advantage of you, or if not those two, then they'll accuse you of taking advantage of them, and you know get you in trouble for it. The reality is not, you know, that's not the case. That's a fear that's these guys have. That's not that's not the real case. But nevertheless, with all these stories coming out about these people being these men in particular being like, you know, like attacked for doing something wrong, for even though they have not done anything wrong. You know, I'm not talking about actual rapists or anything like that. Goodness gracious. No, I just mean, you know, men that have been accused of these things, uh, having consensual sex with somebody and then later that person accusing them of rape, or getting married to somebody to have them divorce them and take all of their, or take half of their, you know, their income. Men just they don't see the value in it anymore. They start seeing it like, you know, a bum deal. And so, you know, I mean, I don't know why it happened. It seems like women did it to themselves with all this, you know, pushing past equality and with feminism, pushing past equality and going into uh, sort of overbalanced, you know, like so now they have more rights and more, um, I guess, protection and favorability than men do in some cases. I'm not sure. I mean, I know there's some cases of that, but I don't think it's as widespread as people claim it to be. It doesn't matter. The fact is that those men are out there. And so I would say to those men and to any person, women, men, is do what is right. If someone's in trouble, help that person. If it turns out the consequence of that is you go to jail because someone who, you know, saw what they thought was going on was you were attacking them, or the person sues you because, you know, you hurt their rib cage giving them CPR, just do it. Do it anyways. All right? If that's really the world we're living in, then you still have to do the right thing. I'm sorry. That's how I'm going to live my life. I'm going to choose to do what I think is right, no matter what. And if God puts you in that situation where you have to go to jail, He's done that to people many times before. Okay, for you know, following Christ, half His disciples, you know, went to prison, and that was God's intention for them. So don't be afraid of doing the right thing. Never. Never be afraid of doing the right thing. And don't be afraid to speak your mind. All right? Be educated. Don't speak ill of anybody. Just do what is right and speak the truth. Okay? If you don't know something, say you don't know. Okay? If you've studied something for a long time, you have resources and information to back that up, present it. Have a discussion, have an argument. You know? These shouting matches are getting ridiculous. I don't know anyone who even watches the news anymore. I don't know. It's just completely discreditable. Is that even a word? It's discredited by its own, just, its own, I don't know, ham-fistedness. It's like it's trying to force something on you. You know, it's like it's trying to force an idea onto you. And I'm not sure if they were always trying to do that or if they just got lazy now, or I'm matured and now I can see it. But I can't take it anymore, and I don't think anyone else is enjoying it either. It just when you look at something, and you don't see it as like, well, here's some people that think this, here's some people that think that. Let's have a discussion about it. It's this is happening, say immigrants or something. This country is not letting immigrants in, and the people aren't happy. So what do? They interview people for, you know, for that exact, to back up that story. Do you hear anything about the people saying that's probably a good thing they're not letting immigrants in? Do you hear both sides of it? No, not likely. Right. The best you'll get is they find someone with a very strong uh, case, like a very strong argumentative kind of person, and they find someone a very weak, argumentative kind of person, very, not as strong in discussion, and they'll pit them together, putting the weaker guy for the case that they don't want. That's the best you'll see. But I'm glad that there's people out there like, these Ben Shapiros, these Jordan Petersons, these people that are out there speaking the truth and speaking, using facts, using data, using intelligence. All right. And they're not letting themselves get walked all over. I'm very, very happy about that. It shows that there's at least a small flame of hope left for us as a people. And honestly, there's a lot of traction. There's a lot of people that follow them, a lot of people that pay attention because what they're saying makes sense, and it hasn't been said for a long time. It's refreshing. So, cut the lies. Stop living a fake life. Stop trying to make yourself feel special and different by putting additional, like, what was it, like, identifiers on yourself. Okay? If you're living in America, you're an American. We are all Americans. We're brothers and sisters, and we should be working together. I don't understand why we have to divide up like this. We're supposed to be what makes us such a powerful and strong nation, better than any other in the world, is that we are essentially the melting pot of the world. All right? We have all the different kind of cultures mixed in together with us here. We're not limited to one strict set of ideas and beliefs. That's what's made this country strong. Now, I think everyone can have their own religion and continue on with their own life. I think there's a difference between religion and nationalism and individuality. Now, I'm not talking about government. I'm talking about as a nation, we are together. All right? We're not just people. We're individuals, yes. We make our own choices about our own lives, but we're also a nation. We are all supposed to be working together. And we can have our own religion. Okay, but, don't let people try to divide us like this. We're not trying to have a war here, okay? I'd like to not have a war anywhere, but especially here. This is the place where we're supposed to be coming together to make a better future for everyone. Don't start muddying the waters by arguing with each other and fighting with each other. We need to come up with solutions, not create problems. All right? And I can't help but think that these people subdividing themselves is making that harder to do. So, anyways, this has already gone too long. I'll probably get cut in half as well. So, sorry, long one today. But, hey, well, hopefully I got that out of my system, right? So I can talk about some more lighthearted stuff next time. All right, well, until then, I'll see you. Bye.